Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of Allah, the most merciful, the most compassionate. Dear viewers everywhere on this planet, welcome to this episode, and I greet you with the greeting of peace. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Today we have a wonderful picture, and I think the cameraman or the camera woman did a wonderful job in getting this picture. It's one picture, but it has a lot of meanings and a lot of depth in it. Before I comment on the picture, when I saw this picture, I remember the Quranic verse that says, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم ألا بذكر الله تطمئن القلوب. Isn't it the remembrance and the mentioning of Allah wouldn't make the hearts comfortable? This is the tranquility or the serenity that you see in this picture that made this person that you see in the picture focus on his prayer, even though there's a lot of danger that's behind his back. It's a beautiful picture that tells everyone when your relationship with God is strong, you get this comfort in your heart, you become assured, you're not scared, so you can do things that other people may not be able to do if they don't have this relationship with Allah. And this is in comparison with the people, with the soldiers who are behind him, who look scared, even though they have shields to protect them. And they are protected by wearing lots of things that give them protection. Whereas we see this person who is doing his prayer is not protected. He doesn't have anything to protect him. But he feels and he believes that the protection of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would give him a lot. أليس الله بكاف عبده? أليس الله بكاف عبده? Isn't Allah is sufficient for his servant? Isn't Allah enough to give him protection? This beautiful meaning is represented in this picture. And this picture has a lot of other meanings. It shows us that these people, the Palestinians, are steadfast or are trying to do their best to be steadfast on the truth. They have their rights and they feel that their rights have been taken away from them. Their land has been taken from them. They have been suffering. They have been in this battle and in this situation almost 62 years. And if you reflect upon this, and if you try to compare them, and you read modern history, in the last 200 years, we did not see a similar example like this, that people are continuing to be on the path of steadfastness this amount of years. If we try to ask ourselves, how did they do it? They are suffering in different ways. They're living in tents. Their houses are destroyed. They almost don't have any comfort in this life. Still, they did not surrender. Still, they are continuing their resistance for these long years. What an amazing scenario. When we reflect upon this and we ask ourselves, who gave them this power and what made them steadfast? Is it their nationality? The answer is not. Is it their parents and their forefathers? Perhaps not. Is it their belief? The answer is yes. It is their belief, it is Islam, that taught them that whoever is on the steadfast will be pleasing Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. To be steadfast on the truth, not on injustice. They are suffering injustice. We've seen almost from now and then, many incidents and many destructions happen to them. However, they are still patient and they are on steadfastness. I think every person in this world is happy with them and gives them support, gives them at least support by asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give them support and to continue doing this and this. This is what they have started long ago, and they feel that they have a mission on this earth. They are asking for their rights, and they are asking everybody to help them. But above all, they are asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give them support. When we see this picture and we see the soldiers are so scared, as it's quite obvious from the picture, we remember the verse that says in the Quran, وَقَذَفَ فِي قُلُوبِهِمُ الرُّعْبَ, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala threw this fear in their hearts. So even if they are protected, they are still protected by these shields. They are so scared and they are afraid. You can imagine that the Quran that made this description 1400 years ago we see it vivid and live in front of us when we look at this picture. At the end, it is the job of every human being, it is the job of every Muslim to give support to those people until they get back their rights. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give support to them and to make them steadfast on the truth until they die and they meet Almighty Allah. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.